Alright, so this has been my day. It is now evening, and I have had a decent enough day. Um, After I came back from the doctor, I didn't go for a walk today, but I listened to music and relaxed and did some homework and stuff like that. And I'm going to go back to my reading and see how that has developed. All right. So, the symptom of that was actually a bit different, wasn't it? That's a bit more normal compared to how it used to be. I am a human being. Um, that's a symptom of MS. Everyone's MS is different. I want to do some reading. The three Baltic states have disconnected their electricity systems from Russia's power grid as part of a plan designed to integrate the countries more closely with the EU and boost security. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania disconnected from the IPS-UPS joint network on Saturday. Subject to last-minute tests, they will synchronize with the EU's grid at 12 GMT on Sunday after operating on their own in the interim. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen will speak at a ceremony on Sunday to mark the switch to the EU system. We've reached the goal we've strived for so long. We are now in control, the Lithuanian energy minister told a press conference. Zygimantas Vaisilas. I don't know how to say that. Immediately after disconnecting, Latvian workers used a crane to reach the high voltage wires in Vilaka, close to the Russian border, and cut them. They handed out chopped wire as keepsakes to cheering onlookers. We will never use it again. We are moving on, Latvia's energy minister Kaspars Melnis said. Plans for the Baltics to decouple from the grid of their former Soviet imperial, which have been debated for decades, gained momentum after Moscow's annexation of Crimea in 2014. The grid was the only remaining link to Russia for the three countries, which re-emerged as independent nations in the early 1990s after the fall of the Soviet Union and joined the EU and NATO in 2004. The three staunch supporters of Kyiv stopped buying power from Russia after Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, but have relied on the Russian grid to control frequencies and stabilize networks to avoid outages. By ending the energy dependence of the Baltic states on Russia, we are leaving the aggressor without the option of using energy as a weapon against us, the Estonia's foreign minister Margus Tashakna said. An army truck was seen at the Rezekne power substation near the Latvia-Russia border, and officers with guns were patrolling the vicinity and in the nearby town, indicative of Baltic worries of attempted sabotage to the switch. The Baltic Sea region is on high alert after power cable, telecom links, and gas pipeline outages to Sweden or Finland. All were believed to have been caused by ships dragging anchors along the seabed after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia has denied any involvement. The system is stable. The process is happening smoothly. No one is noticing that something changed, Melnis said. Maintaining a constant power supply requires a stable grid frequency, which can more easily be obtained over time in a large synchronized area such as Russia or continental Europe, compared with what the Baltics can do on their own. So, Lithuania's energy ministry said it has drawn up contingency plans whereby some heavy energy users, such as factories, could be temporarily disconnected from the grid in the event of power shortages to maintain essential supplies. For Russia, the decoupling means its Kaliningrad exclave, located between Lithuania, Poland, and the Baltic Sea, is cut off from Russia's main grid, leaving it to maintain its power system alone. The Baltic countries have spent nearly 1.6 billion since 2018 to upgrade grids to prepare for the switch, while Russia has spent 100 billion rubles, $1 billion, including on the building of several gas-fired power plants in Colombia. That was a boring article, very exciting. The US President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to cut financial assistance to South Africa, accusing the country's government of unjust racial discrimination against white Afrikaners and offering them asylum in the US. At St. Jude's, at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, an unusual clinical trial is underway that, if successful, could have wider ramifications for the vast field of age-related chronic diseases. At first glance, childhood cancer survivors may seem like an unusual population in which to study aging, but as Greg Armstrong, principal investigator of St. Jude's Childhood Cancer Survivorship Study, explains, we now know they represent a group of individuals who are aging unusually quickly. Chemotherapies and radiotherapies have become increasingly efficient at curing childhood cancers. This comes at a great cost, owing to the corrosive impact of such treatment on these children's bodies, something that becomes more apparent when they reach middle age. Of these children, 85% are going to beat their cancer, but it's a win at a cost. These kids will have shortened lifespans. They often die young of chronic diseases. And we discovered about a decade ago that they're aging much faster than their chronological age. We show that at 30, they have physiological frailty that resembles people in their 70s and 80s, and it's getting worse over time. Zombie cells. If we look at data from our childhood cancer survivors, we can see that they have this low grade inflammation, and so they don't feel great, they don't move great. It's all about the risk benefit ratio. Neurodegenerative diseases, early stages of Alzheimer's. More senescent cells you have in a human transplant organ. The hope is that removing these cells will enable the liver to repair itself. In mice, mm, hard to eat sometimes. It's tiring. Did binge I absorb a lot of the first article. The second article was disgusting. And the third article, I just kind of skimmed keywords and stuff. But okay. I mean, it was just kind of difficult to actually do this. Religiosity. None. So fly.